Okay, so this is the setup I've got. I just got done building it yesterday, so I wanted to show it off and see what you guys think. So on this side, we got a little fan. We got a Noco Genius charger and a standard, you know, these connectors, and that's what I connect up to my 100-watt solar panel. It's got a built-in charge controller, so I don't have to worry about that, though I have the space to put a charge controller inside, as you'll see, if I ever wanted to do that. Then on this side is where the magic happens. So I got 4 USB ports, 2 standard auxiliary cigarette lighter ports, and then a power outlet with a screen. And if I flip that switch on, it powers up the 12-volt circuit. As you can see, it's got 14 volts, so it's charging off the panel, and I think that's pretty much full. And then this switch turns on my inverter. You might be able to hear the sound there. Then on the very back, I've got 2 Anderson connections. So let's open her up. So this is how I've got it wired up. The inverter got taken apart so I could pull from its fan power to run this little fan to get the heat out. That's the reason for the hole right there. And then we also put standard 2x2 12 gauge wiring that runs to the outlet. I've got my screen glued in there. As you can see, there are obviously some apprentice marks. If I was to build one of these again, I'd probably have metal templates made for the components that need to be drilled out. That is a 50 amp relay that runs to, if you can see it back there, a little circuit board, or not circuit, fuse panel. And then 1500 watt inverter, 75 amp hour battery, all my charging circuitry, and then obviously all the connections to the Anderson cables. And then there's the shunt that tells this how much power I've got in it. And then I call this one Fat Man because I built another one called Little Boy. So this guy, another relatively normal looking box until you come over here. If I flip that on, I've got a little voltmeter, 2 USB ports, and an auxiliary power out. And then if we move to the back, I've got a standard connector again, and then an Anderson connection. If we open it up, there's the inside of this one. I've got just a plastic wrapped 150 watt power inverter if I absolutely need some extra power, and I've got a splitter down here for running 2 auxiliary connectors if I need them. Then, if we grab this cable out that I made, and here's the reason I built this. I'm in the process of building a water filtration system that this all snaps together with as well. All right, let's try this again, part 2, because I kind of messed up. So, all you do is snap those together. Now they're all attached. It's one of the main reasons I went with Milwaukee Packout. Besides the fact that I, used to do construction, so I already had a couple of the boxes laying around, and I'm building a water filtration system that this will be able to go on top of, so I can power the water filtration system off of this, because the pump that I got draws 20 amps, and I needed a fair bit of storage. So this is an 85 amp hour battery. The one below it is 75. Yes, I know it's not best practice to put 2 batteries of different capacities, but they're pretty close, and they're good batteries, and I got a steal of a deal on them. So beggars can't be choosers, but if I were to make this system again, I'd probably put the exact same battery that's in the bigger box with the inverter on top as well. just for safety's sake. But you can charge both of them connected together with my solar panel here, and it works just fine. I tested that earlier today. So once these are snapped together, you can simply open it up, take out the Anderson cable that I made. Only problem that I have with these connectors is they are a bit of a pain to put in, and I'm probably going to need to add some reinforcement to those back panels over the winter. There's a couple other things that I'd change, but now they're linked together. So in theory, I have about 160-ish amp hours worth of storage. And that allows me to go a good long distance without having to worry about anything. I'm also going to get a plate that I can bolt into my truck and snap the boxes straight into. That way they won't move around and I don't have to worry about getting straps and stuff like that and strapping them down. If I were to put lithium ions in this, I could orient them however I like, but didn't get lithium ions, so I'm not made of money here. But yeah, just thought you guys would like this setup that I've got, and just wanted to see what y'all thought. Alright, let me know if you got any questions.